found you digging around in my boat and my pegboard this time. So I can only imagine what sorts of lures you came up with today to ask me questions about and possibly try to get rid of, but I promise you we're not getting rid of anything. We have a lot of really good stuff here.
I've come to that realization. We're not getting rid of anything, but I found this box. It looks like it's been through a war. And you have all lipless crankbaits in this box.
It has been through a war. I mean, I've fished lipless crankbaits for a long time. I fish them everywhere I go because it's something where you can cover a lot of water, chunk and wind. And in fact, I'm sitting here, first bass I ever caught on the Potomac River was on a chrome with a blueback rattle trap. This might have, I don't think this was it. I think it was a half ounce.
There's no chrome on it.
No chrome. I think they get better actually when the paint gets worn off. A fresh one kind of makes me a little nervous. But
so we have all new stuff and we keep the old stuff. You crazy.
Well, eventually you lose them to a catfish or a snakehead or something like that. Okay, so have you thrown lipless crankbaits much?
Yes, a lot, either on the Potomac or down in Mexico. We throw the War Pig, the Berkley War Pig, all the time.
It's a great one in Mexico.
Yeah, everybody say, you got War Pig? Yeah, this is the one we throw down in Mexico all the time. All right, but I also throw the Strike King Red Eye Shad.
That's a good one.
It's a great one. And doesn't have much on it either, just like the chrome one. Old Goldie, the Lucky Craft LV 500.
That's a good one too. It's heavy, isn't it?
It is really heavy.
You can throw it a mile, you can fish it a little deeper, and it still sort of has that streamlined baitfish look. It's a good one.
The teeth marks. I mean, you can see we've caught a lot of fish. I've caught a lot of fish on this.
Okay, those are the ones you know. Now, I'm sure you've singled out some oddballs for me that you want to discuss.
Yeah, well, you can see back there. I went through the rods on the rack, and you have so many of these. And they're all in the boxes.
They're all in the boxes. That's the Excalibur. They made one called an XR50, XR75, XR100. They made certain ones only in limited numbers. Like there was a Rayburn Red one, I think, in a certain size that they made very small quantities of. And they sell them on eBay for like $50, $75, $100. People are willing to buy them all. So I've never done real well on that. I've certainly caught some fish on it, but I think we're going to save those as part of our retirement plan.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now
I mean, maybe one day we'll be on Rayburn or Gunnersville. It's a great looking color. They made good stuff, Excalibur, and it comes in the cool sort of blister pack. But we'll see. We'll hold on to them. What else you got?
This one's a little crazy, and it's got goo in it, like liquid with like fancy sparkly stuff.
Okay, that is the Sebile Flat Shad. It's made by a company, I think it was Patrick Sebile was based out of France. I don't know where he lives now. And he was most famous for that blueback herring imitator. It was called the Magic Swimmer. It was a 3-piece sort of swim bait. But Sam Rayburn in Texas is kind of one of the original rattle trap hubs of the world. And our friend Clark Ream, who fished the Elite Series, fished FLW and guides on Rayburn, he called me up one day about probably 15 years ago. He said, have you heard of this bait with mineral oil in it? I was like, I don't know what you've been smoking, some sort of crazy, wacky tobacco. But we tracked it down to Europe. So apparently some guy had won a BFL there on the Flat Shad. I don't know in what color, but the bait with the mineral oil in it. So, of course, we had to track some down on eBay and buy a bunch of them. And I've caught fish. I've actually done pretty well in Mexico on one of those in sort of a brim color that looks like a tilapia. But it's not one I throw a lot, but I probably should. Do you have anything more odd from our collection?
Yeah, well, so this one is got that gold on the front, but look what it has on the back.
Ooh.
They like mistakenly put them through one way and put them through the other way.
It's funny you say that because there is a Bandit crankbait, comes in the Bandit 100, 200, 300, and the color's called Mistake. And I think it's red on one side and chartreuse on the other one. I think they painted it wrong the first time, and people liked it so much, they said, we'll keep making them. This, though, you know, my brother lived in Japan for a long time, and my brother knows nothing about bass fishing. But in exchange for watching his dog while he's gone, he brings back tackle. And this was a bait he brought back one time. It's called a risebacker. I don't know who makes it. I don't know if it was a test bait or it was supposed to be like that, but it's cool. It's something distinctive.
Gold on one side, rainbow on the other. I know.
Now, I'm going to give you a few tips in case I die and you're left with this huge tackle collection on fishing lipless crankbaits.
All right.
I'm going to give you 3 tips. The first one, use a soft rod. Because if you use a rod that's too stiff, you'll pull it out of their mouth.
Oh,
so you want sort of a cranking rod. Maybe not a fiberglass rod, but a composite one is good. The second one is fish it on fluorocarbon whenever possible. It doesn't have as much stretch as mono, but as you found out once in Mexico, if you fish it on braid and the fish jumps and throws it, maybe because your rod is not too soft, it comes boomeranging back to you and might end up in your leg. So that's another one. And the third one is, not all of these lures, but many of them come with dog crab hooks. So get good quality trebles and replace them all. Get a set of split ring pliers, replace the trebles, and don't hesitate to replace them again and again and again. You don't want them to hold hands where the hooks join together, but you do want them to be super sharp and free swinging. So that's a pretty simple one. Other than that, as you know, there's a science to it, but it's also a pretty easy lure to throw. You throw it out, you wind it back, and fish seem to eat it. They make different noises. Some are silent, some have lots of BBs, some have high pitch, low pitch, but it's one of my favorite lures. That's why I have this big box.
Question.
Yeah.
Do some go lower than the others?
Absolutely. Some are heavier. Some, have more rise to them based on the slope up front. Some have more BBs, some have less BBs. And in fact, the old guys, there's one called a Cordell Spot, and they used to make a 1-ounce version, and guys like David Fritz on the Carolina lakes, they used to use it not horizontally coming across the water, but they would actually use it like a jigging spoon on deep structure. So that's something you can do too. Sometimes the bites come either when you rip it away from grass or when you let it get down to the bottom and you give it a big rip and then let it free fall. It's one of actually, for a bait that a lot of people call the idiot bait, and obviously I'm the world's greatest idiot because I have like 8,000 of them, it's actually a complicated and very versatile bait to throw. So that's why we need to have so many.
When do you throw it? Whenever?
You really can. You really can. I mean, around here on the Potomac, we throw it obviously March, April, May, and then the grass sometimes gets too thick for it. It's a really good pre-spawn bait. But in the fall, when the shad are moving up creeks on big lakes, you can throw it in the back of a creek and cover a lot of water. In the summer, you can throw it on deep structure. That's why we have to have so many. In fact, you inspired me. I'm going to go to Tackle Warehouse today, and I'm going to order well, you'll get to use them too.
Okay.
So check out the lipless crankbaits. Check out Garage Finds. Go to Tackle Warehouse and buy the ones you need.
You're going to Mexico with us, not with us. This is the one.
Yeah, I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to get some big saltwater ones too. I'm going to throw it for tuna, and I'm going to throw it for golden dorado too. So if people want to join us on that trip, I don't know if either of those species has ever been caught on a lipless crankbait.
Oh, you could be with us and find out.
Be with us and find out. Give us a call. Fish more at halfpastfirstcast.com if you want to go on a trip or you have any questions about these lures. Just don't raid my tackle collection. Only one person's allowed to do that.